Do one of your award-winning smiles. Hey guys, so welcome back to the channel. Today we are back in the vegetable garden, and like I said in the last video, we are staggering our planting this season just to see if it works. So today we're putting in some peppers, some cantaloupes, a couple of watermelons and some okra, and like I said, it's going to be staggered. So that's what we're doing today. Welcome back to the channel. So hey guys, like I said in the previous video, if you watched that one, this year we are trying to prevent weeds with this real commercial heavy duty weed deterrent. We try and keep the garden, well, we do keep the garden completely organic, and last year we were just overwhelmed with the weeds. We just couldn't control them. So we decided that we would try this method this time. And like I say, I've also staggered the plantings. So we've got jalapenos and bell peppers in, which have got nearly full-size fruit. And now we're going to put another jalapeno in that is a non-hot jalapeno, and I believe it's a spice pepper. But all I do is I just cut across into the retardant, leaving like a 5-inch square hole, and then I'll dig out some of the soil. And it's good soil. We're at the bottom of the garden, and it's very black soil, which is great for Metro Atlanta. But I do add some organic, fresh soil as well, which is why I dig out some of the, I mean, you can see how overwhelmed we were last season with the weeds, and funnily enough, Bermuda grass, only place I don't want it to grow on the property, and it grew crazy in the vegetable garden. So like I say, I just take a little bit of the soil out just to make room for the actual pepper. So this is it's known as a non-heat jalapeno. So both Julie and I, we do like jalapenos. We don't like to burn our face off when we eat them, especially when we make the candied jalapeno. We make them with the seeds in and the seeds out. Julie and I prefer the ones with the seeds out. You just get a little bit of a kick, but not that burn. And of course, I will be watering these in, and I'll put one of the darling, can you pass me one of the cages, please? I'll put one of the cages in, thank you, so that it can grow up. Into the cage and move on to the next one. Five, 6-inch hole in the weed prevention cover. Take some of the soil out. I'm hoping we don't have a really wet summer, because this is the very bottom of the lowest corner of the vegetable garden. I am going to put a couple of watermelons in behind me and run them that way. This is a Italian Carmen. So now we've got two large pepper plants. They were actually the ones that we overwintered from last season. You can overwinter your pepper plants. Just cut them down to maybe 12 inches. Put them in a pot and either put them in your house or in the greenhouse. That's not wanting to pump through. That's me though. Do we have another? Need to sharpen the edges on that one. I'll swap you. As I was saying, you can very easily overwinter your pepper plants, and what that does is gives you a head start at the beginning of the season. Jeez, they don't want to go through it all. So that's the two peppers in, and it won't be long before they're producing flowers. So now I'm going to put two watermelons in behind me and send them that way. And I'm also going to take a cucumber out of that trellis and put it in here so that I can put all the cantaloupes into that trellis. But I'm going to do the watermelons first. So we're moving on to the two watermelons, and I'm going to run them from the back of the peppers heading down towards the acorn squash, and that should be enough room for them. I don't mind if the squashes and melons, etc. cross over. As long as I can be able to water them, that's the main concern. Bless you. Baby, can you pass me the watermelons, please? So, what do you think of the weed retardant? You can drop a comment and let me know what your thoughts are about the weed retardant. It's not, like I said last time, it's by far one of the most expensive ways of keeping the soil weed free. But so far, it's an extremely effective way, because it's much easier to weed and keep control of a 5-inch square than it is a 22-foot by 15-foot vegetable garden when you're talking about being organic. So far it's working for us. And of course it will last many years. It's made out of a real dense like nylon, so it will last a while. Okay, next watermelon. As you guys may or may not know, here in Georgia, we're known for our Georgia clay. It goes as hard as a rock in the summer when there's no water. But as you can see, we have beautiful black soil. This is an older neighborhood, very established. This neighborhood was created in 1932, and there's other parts of Metro Atlanta that do have a nice dark soil, but the majority, certainly on the new housing projects, they've got to bring a lot of soil in because it is just the hard Georgia clay, which you can't grow in. So this watermelon grew 2 seeds right beside each other. So I had to split the root ball, and don't ever be concerned about splitting a root ball. It will not hurt the plant at all. It may slow down slightly the growth once you've replanted it, but it won't kill it. So if you, like I say, these grew close together, so the root ball was intertwined. You just got to be careful and rip the root ball apart, and they'll be fine. So that's the watermelon done. I'm going to move that single cucumber and move on to the cantaloupes, which I'm going to run over the trellis. So I got the single cucumber moved over onto the other trellis. I put several cucumbers in this side and I put several in that side, but because we're non-chemical and organic, obviously not everything makes it. Sometimes the critters are quicker than I am, but while I'm sat here, I'll tie this tomato up. So the reason why I'm sitting down, guys, is if you watched on one of the previous videos, late last year, I very unfortunately had a horrific leg injury, and it was in November, and I still can't squat. My right knee will not let me squat still, so that's why I'm seated. Don't get me wrong, I can be lazy and be seated, but the reason why I'm not squatting is purely based on the fact that after I hurt my knee, I haven't been able to squat yet, but I've no doubt it will fix itself at some point. I've just got rid of the last bit of broken skin scab where they had to remove a large portion of the skin because of the infection. I'll put a link below for that video, how not to work on a ladder. Yeah, it's quite an interesting video. I'm going to give these cantaloupes plenty of room. There's several that I'm going to put on here, and I made this out of some old recycled pipe, which one of the neighbours was getting rid of, and it can take some weight. I've hung some weight off it, so it should be good to hold several cantaloupe plants. And I'll just run them up and over, because at the other side bottom we have squash with the large leaves, so that won't actually grow up. But I'm going to go and grab the cantaloupes and get them in. So guys, we have got 6 germinated, so again I'm going to have to split the ball and just very gently, sort of grab the center, put your finger between the stems and just real gently split the root ball and not the stems. So they're a little too close together. I'm going to put them in the same hole. On this one, find them and just separate them. And again, with those being so close together, put them in the ground in the same place. Give them lots of organic soil. These are what, 8 inches tall. Probably take 2 weeks before they hit that trellis, and then I'll help them by tying them up. Something that's super important, even more so we're now in summer, is when you're watering them in, don't be afraid to try and drown them. Really, really water them in, because when you take them from a pot and put them in the ground, it does shock the plant. That's the cantaloupes in, which will go over the trellis. I do have one okra in on those seeds that I collected from last season. Germination rate was very, very poor. So I've got some more which are from a different plant. So we're going to put 3 more in here. We have such a beautiful, beautiful bloom to okra. Not only is the fruit of the plant really good for you, you get the benefit of having a really, really beautiful bloom. And I'll, when they start to bloom, I'll make a follow-up video so you can see that they are very, very beautiful. Okay, so yeah, we're going to split the ball. Nice organic fresh soil. And right now Julie is not only watering the garden, she's also watering everything in that we're planting today. And because we're right into the hot part of Hotlanta, these guys that I'm putting in right now, Julie will go around the garden and she'll get these guys, and then when she's finished watering all the vegetable garden, I'm going to have her come back and water these again, because just based on the time of day, we're going to be hitting mid-90s today. Lower humidity for Atlanta, but still we're going to be hitting the mid-90s, so I'm going to have a double water these in. We were late on some of the plantings this season because of our engagement. I'm saying engagement, our wedding party we had early April. We did it ourselves at home, so there's a certain amount of organisation required. That took up a little bit of our planting time. Now, one of the nice things about this weed retardant is it's lined, so you can be terrible at trying to put things in a line with this, because all you've got to do is follow that green line that runs through it. So last one. Nice organic soil. The reason why we're using our organic soil is our organic compost heaps are not ready yet. We have 3 compost heaps. One is all vegetable garden and kitchen waste, and the other is dog waste. We have 2 large dogs on the property and a small one, so we do have a composting barrel for that, and we use that on non-food products like the roses and such as that, although you can use it on the on your food products. We do not. But that's the okras in. So today we got in 2 more peppers, 2 watermelon, 6 cantaloupe, and 3 okra. And it's getting warm. That's all I've got for you today, guys. We will do a follow-up video on these as soon as they become established. Thanks for tuning in. Please do subscribe, like, and share. Our goal for subscribers was going to be 500 this year, and we are doing okay. We're getting more subscribers, obviously, as we present more content. But I did notice on the analytics that 70% of our viewers are not non-subscribers, and only 30% are. So if you can take a second just to click that subscribe button, it helps us greatly create more content, and it makes YouTube happy. But for now, I will see you on the next video.